Appendages. There are 19 pairs of appendages in prawn. Each segment of body bears a pair of jointed appendages. They show considerable variations depending on the functions they perform. Out of 19 pairs of appendages, 13 in cephalothorax and 6 are in abdomen. Cephalothoracic appendages further include 5 pairs of anterior cephalic appendages and 8 pairs of posterior thoracic appendages. There are 5 pairs of cephalic or head appendages. They beginning from the anterior preoral end of head are the antennules, antenna, and postoral are mandibles, maxillary, and maxillae. Antennules. The antennules are attached one on either side below the bases of eye stalks. The protopodite consists of 3 segments: a large proximal precoxa, middle coxa, and distal bases. Precoxa bears a depression containing the opening of statocyst. On its dorsal side, it also bears a basal spiny lobe called stylocerite and a spiny at outer margin. Coxa is short and cylindrical. Basis is elongated and without setae. It carries 2 long and many jointed whip-like feelers. Antennae. The antennae lie one on either side just below the antennules. The protopodite is greatly swollen due to presence of excretory organ within, which opens by a minute renal aperture on the inner margin of coxa. Bases bear a spine. Endopodite is represented by a many-jointed sensory filler, while exopodite is in the form of broad and leaf-like plate, also called squama or scale. It bears setae along its margins, while the outer smooth margin bears a small spine. Squama probably serves as a balancer during swimming. Thus, the antennae are sensory, excretory, and balancing in function. Mandibles. Mandibles are strong calcified bodies in pair which lying one on either side of mouth. Almost the entire mandible consists of coxa, which is differentiated into a proximal, triangular, and hollow apophysis, and a distal solid head. 2 processes found on head: a stout molar process bearing 5 to 6 dental plates, and a plate-like incisor process ending in 3 teeth. Outer margin of head carries a mandibular pulp made up of 3 segments. The proximal segment represents the basis, while 2 distal segments represent the endopodite. Mandibles constitute the biting jaw and are masticatory. The exopodite is absent. Maxillae. These are small, thin, and leaf-like appendages. Free borders of coxa and bases are covered with pointed spines and project inward as jaws. Endopodite form a curved process bifurcated at the apex. The exopodite is absent. Maxillae help in the manipulation of food. Maxillae. These are also thin and leaf-like mouth appendages. The small coxa is partially divided, while the large basis forms a bifurcated gnatho-base internally. Endopodite is quite small, while exopodite form a large, expanded, fan-shaped scaphognathed. The